Alright boys, it's 6 in the morning. As you can see, it's still dark out here. Birds are coming, but as you can see, I made a little homemade block-off plate. Just put some bolts into this bracket for the accelerator bagger. This is my Snapper Pro. I had the chute out here like with some like carabiner links and tried like a padlock and different things to like bridge this, and so the flap would be out here, but it's such a pain. It's such a pain to deal with, and it sticks out super far and everything like that. And I was having some problems with it, and it's hard, you know, this kind of gets in the way when you're trying to use the bagger and stuff. So I was like, well, so I just keep a 7/16 wrench back here, and then you can just easily, they're not a lock nut, so they're easily to just take these loose real quick and you know, and put the, you know, and just take this off, put the bagger on if you want. But as y'all know, and this works, mulch plate, it works great, you know, it really does. I put that just to like kind of give it some strength, you know, put 2x4 screw down to it. But here's what my thought is. See, I can't just let it fly because we have too many rocks here in Georgia. But I'm wondering, you know, and obviously this, you know, makes a trail. So I'm wondering, and this is just a piece of wood, so I can, you know, and I got more pieces of wood left over from plywood, from trailer and different things. So I'm wondering if I take like an inch off of the bottom of this, it would let, I'm thinking, it would let some fly out, but it wouldn't let it fly up as much. But it might, because you're close to the blade. You know, you're close to the blade, so when stuff hits the blade, pling. So, but that's why I feel like, what if we left, you know, because right now it just piles up, and so you got to blow all the clumps. So I'm like, what if I use this, but take off 1 inch on the bottom, so it would let some fly out. Maybe it wouldn't clump quite as bad. Let's take this off and get the saw and try it. I actually ended up cutting off 1.5 inches, so let's try it. Alright boys, here it is. As you can see, about 1 inch up. Let me see with the blades. It's kind of like right about the level of the blade. It's hard to see, and I don't want to reach under there and pull the blade around with it running. But yeah, it seems to work pretty good. I almost think I could have maybe even went it up just a little bit more. But see, the problem was like, I was having a lot of problems with that chute, trying to set it down over that bracket. And one time I was even using a padlock, and it broke. Padlock broke and it hung down. I was using other things, they kept breaking. But I was thinking about building like a wooden thing that was on like an angle. You know what I'm saying? So like the wood So it was like, you know, so it was on an angle, so like when the stuff flew out, it kind of, you know, went out and it kind of got deflected at kind of a sharp angle. I was thinking about building something with wood that kind of went out like that instead of straight down like an angle. But then I thought, this current plate I already have, what if I cut it up some? So anyway, I think it still will clump some, but I think it is better. So you see these like, it's like hard to tell, but it's like some wet like dandelion things, just weeds and stuff over here at my church. I can't get real low with this tripod, but you know, it's probably, I don't know, it's probably only 4 or 5 inches tall, but and it's wet though, it's early in the morning. Let's do some mowing with it. We'll see how it does. All right. Boys, so here's the back. You see way down there, it goes down. Has a path right here, goes down, steps down to there. This hill is not that fun to do pine straw on, and I gotta go spray some weeds on in a minute. Y'all see me weed eat some. I weed eated a bunch of this hill too, because we get a lot of these little pine tree weeds, and the pine tree weeds, like the small pine trees that try to grow, the spray, it doesn't really kill those. So, and you know, they're not paying me obviously to hand pull them all, so I weed eat them down a lot. Oh, check out this bush. Check out how much the deer eat. See, it's like the deer eat from there down. Yeah. See, already looking good. They got it all edged up. Push mowed this part. Cause yeah, got to do some more weed control. We're here and we'll be on to the next one. Ugh. All right. Alright boys, you can see this is the house where I ripped out those bushes and put this mulch in and stuff. When was that? Maybe a little while back. Yeah, I done a small landscaping project here in front of this house. And so yeah, now we're down in the backyard and we're gonna mow it. Now this right here is thick. Sorry, I'm going bumping on the roots around this tree at the moment, but this is Bermuda and it's pretty thick and it's kind of wet. It's wet too because the morning dew, because it's still morning when I'm mowing this one. And you're gonna, let me see if you can see it here on camera. See, my hands are in the way. You see over on the left, you'll see some clumpage there from the from our new shoot thing, but man, this yard when it's wet like this, even if you had nothing on the mower, it's still gonna blow some clumps. But yeah, maybe I need to shave just a little more off it. I'm not sure yet. I think I do need to. I just when I get to it, I might. But as you can see, it's doing a good job, but it is leaving some clumps here. See, I'm trying to see if you can like see through the handlebars on the camera, because I have it like on the chest mount, and you kind of can see, but not super good. But yeah, man. You know, we're just out here doing some mowing and trying to get some vlogging action for you guys. And Snapper Pro hasn't been out in a little bit. You know, the beginning of next year into this year, as y'all know, I plan to sell the Skag. So I was going to let the hours go ahead and roll up on that, which I still will do that, but this has been sitting for a little while, and so I want to run it for a couple weeks because I don't want, you know, the carburetor and stuff to sit for too long. So we're going to put this through its paces, plus using the bagger here and there when you need it is nice too. So, alright guys, so I don't know if you can see this, but this is Bermuda and it's pretty thick. It's hard to tell on camera, but as you can see, got some clumping. And so a couple thoughts on this now that I've used it on like 3-4 yards. Let me see, since the mower's off, I'm gonna grab the blade so I can show you. There you go, there's the blade. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So the blade, the edge of the blade is actually about, you know, maybe like a 1/2 inch below the wood. And a couple things about this that are really good is you do get some airflow out right here, you know, because when the plate's just blocked off, the air wants to shoot out here in the front, and so you do get airflow under here, which helps a lot. So it does better, and it does great of keeping the shrapnel from flying up. I think if I trimmed it maybe like a 1/2 inch more, man, I think we're about a 1/2 inch away from it being really good. And it's awesome. It's even better than a discharge chute, because you can trim with both sides of the mower, because you know it's right in, you know, right up against it. You know, with the discharge chute, this is like a 60 inch mower. So anyway, let me finish cutting this yard and blow all this off. Oh yeah, I still gotta weed eat it, do some weed control, blow it off, pick up a bunch of sticks, get on to the next one. So that's my thoughts on this. I think it's an awesome invention. It works great. The airflow works good overall. Like I said, even if this yard is thick and it's wet, you know, heavy morning dew, and it's still morning. It's like 11 right now, but it's wet still. So like even if I had nothing on there and it was just flying out, it would still have clippings all over. So like I said, I think about a 1/2 inch away from being really good. But yeah, I love it. I'm so glad I thought of this invention. It's working pretty good, and at least you get that little bit of airflow out that side. And it's definitely better than when it's just blocked off all the way. And I've been watching it. I've seen no shrapnel flying up, you know, flying out of the deck up like that, you know, up. So it's all low. It's actually keeping it real low. That's why I think I could probably go just a little more, maybe like I said, maybe a 1/2 inch more. It'd be really good. I feel bad for my skill saw, because you know on the back of that board, you know, it has grass and dirt stuck on it, which I tried to scrape it off best I could, but you know, my skill saw blade, you know, is having to cut through that. So I guess not a big deal, but all right then, let's keep moving. All right boys, There's the finished product. Got every little clump blown. Everything's edged. Looking good. Pull some weeds. Yeah. Not bad for white boys. As you can see, got a little pile of sticks here. Got some big ones, and a lot of small ones, and little, finger size ones. I love to use these bags from Lowe's. They're huge. I forget what they're called, but probably like 3 feet deep, maybe 2 feet wide, and maybe 3 to 4 foot long. And they're awesome. So you can, you can break your sticks up and put them and have multiple of them. And yeah, I love to keep them in there. That way it keeps your trailer all clean and everything, and it keeps all your debris in there. So let's see if we can make all that fit in here. Alright guys, so I will put the link in the description to the Lowe's website where they have these bags. I'll try to find them. They don't have them at Home Depot. They don't have them at HomeDepot.com. It's just kind of a Lowe's thing. And some of your rock yards might have them. They pile sand in there and stuff. But yeah, super helpful and great on my lawn care.